Did you just steal her glasses?
Yeah, we took my sunglasses off.
Hi, everybody.
Hello.
How are you doing today? You're not pooped out yet?
No.
No, good. You got your walking shoes on, do you? Good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to the American Adventure. My name is Angela, and today I'd like to share with you the story of Hanukkah, the 8-day festival of lights. Hanukkah is a time for family and friends, as well as a joyous holiday that is steeped in rich traditions. If you look behind me, you can see the traditional symbols of Hanukkah. I'll start with this beautiful piece. This is the menorah, also called a Hanukkah. It's an 8-branch lamp symbolizing the 8-day miracle of the burning oil. The 9th candle in the center, that's called a shamash, or a servant candle. That's what's used to light all of the others. One candle is lit each night until all have been lit. The candles, they're always placed in a menorah from right to left, but then they're lit from left to right, beginning with that newest candle that was added each night. This all takes place while singing beautiful blessings. I'm going to show you something a little more playful. Who knows what this is? Anybody? Tell me. Oh, I hear you back there. That's right. It's a dreidel. It's a toy. It's a top. Who's played dreidel before? Anybody? The big kids, little kids. I see your hands up back there. The dreidel, this one's gigantic. They're usually not this big. A long time ago, the Jewish people were forbidden to study Torah, so the dreidel was used as a way to secretly study Hebrew lessons. They printed Hebrew letters on all of their dreidels. Now these letters are Nun, Gimel, He, and Shin. They mean a great miracle happened there. Now, when I was little, I used to play dreidel with my 2 big brothers. We would sit on the floor for hours and hours and play dreidel and sing songs, and they would cheat like you would not believe. Because when you play dreidel, what do you win? Anybody remember? What is geld if somebody didn't know? Coins. What kind of coins? Chocolate coins. That's right. They have chocolate. Famous chocolate. Yes, and I love chocolate. My brothers love chocolate. They denied that they cheated, but they did. I remember that. But my mom took care of me. But it's really fun, and it creates these wonderful memories. My family would gather together over the 8 nights. We light candles, sing blessings, open presents, and we do a lot of eating. That is another Hanukkah tradition. My grandmother, she could make the most amazing potato latkes you have ever tasted in your entire life. That's very much like a potato pancake, fried in the oil with some onions and seasoning. You could have applesauce on the side, or sour cream, or both, if you can't make up your mind. What's important is that the food during this time is cooked in oil, and that's to commemorate the miracle of the oil that burned in the lamp for 8 days. So clearly it's not the healthiest of holidays. So we've gathered together, we are stuffed with food. My grandfather, he would sit us down and tell us wonderful stories, and I would love to share one of his favorite stories with you now. It's how the Jewish people first came to celebrate Hanukkah. Would you like to hear it? Well, good. This is going to be the story of the Maccabees. Once there was a king. His name was Antiochus. He was a mighty ruler of 3 nations. One included the Jews. Well, one day, Antiochus announced loudly and proudly, "I will unite all 3 nations to become one mighty, powerful Greek nation. We will all speak the same language. We'll worship the same God. My nation will be so mighty that no other will be able to defeat it." He probably did not laugh like that. Well, the people of these nations, they revolted. They didn't want to be a part of this army with Antiochus. There was one man in particular. He was brave, courageous, a leader. His name was Judah. He was the leader of a group called the Maccabees. Now picture this, all right? You have this huge Greek army, thousands of men. They have swords, bows, arrows. They have elephants. You get the idea. This is a huge army. And then here's Judah leading his small tribe of Jewish villagers. They could hardly be called an army. They had no elephants or any real weapons. But what they did have, they had determination and strength and courage. These 2 opposing forces, they met in the city of Beit Zur. The Greek army, they stormed the Maccabee tribe. The Maccabees, they charged the Greek forces. The slingers slung, the bowmen drew their bows, and then the Greeks, they charged forward on elephant back. But these elephants, these war elephants, panicked. They turned around and they charged back into the Antiochus army, scattering his men everywhere, leaving enormous gaps in his lines of defense. So of course the Maccabees, they charge into these gaps and they win this battle. After many, many battles, the victorious Maccabees, led by Judah, they travel back to Jerusalem. They are met with cheers and celebration. But their celebration is short-lived because when they return to their temple, they find it ruined, desecrated. So the Maccabees, they put aside their weapons, and alongside the people of Jerusalem, they work day and night to repair their temple. On the 25th day of the Hebrew month, Kislev, Judah and his followers, they're able to rededicate their temple to worship. Now, according to legend, when they went to light the lamp, they could only find one vial of oil that hadn't spoiled. Well, one vial of oil would burn maybe a day if they were lucky, but here's where the miracle occurs. That tiny amount. It burned for 8 days until more could be obtained. So ever since that time, over 2,000 years ago, the Jewish people have celebrated Hanukkah, the festival of lights. The burning candles in the menorah remind us of the miracle of the oil that burned in the lamp for 8 days, and of a tiny band of men and women who defeated a mighty empire, and they won the right to worship in their own way. I know I told you this is one of my grandfather's favorite stories. Well, clearly it's one of mine too. And I thank you so much for letting me share this with you today. I wish every one of you happy holidays, and may you enjoy the many blessings and miracles of the season. Hanukkah Sameach. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if anybody loves chocolate, you want to play dreidel, come on over here. We'll get a game going. You want to play? Come on over, Asha. Have you played dreidel before?
I am good at dreidel.
You're good at dreidel? Oh my gosh, you're so modest about it too. Okay, so you ready? What's your name? S-I-V-A-N. Sivan? Okay, and what's your name? Aveen? Aviv? Aviv. Aviv and Sivan. Are you sisters?
Yeah.
Yeah? Do you boss her around?
Yeah.
Yeah, sometimes. I had a feeling. Okay. All right, so, Sivan, spin your dreidel. So if there's kids that haven't played before, they understand how to spin the dreidel. Spin it again, so you can too. Aviv, go ahead and spin. Very good. You have good practice. Have you played dreidel before? Yeah? Oh, so you all know. Oh, my goodness. All right, well, let's get a game going then. Okay, let me get that little one. Okay, I know. You ready? Let's start with Aviv. Aviv, spin your dreidel, and you're going to start the game. Oh, my goodness, none. What does that mean? None. Nothing happens. Okay? All right, silly girl. Spin. Here we go. Gimel. Everybody has to give her one. Give her one. Here, you play too. Oh, and she gets one of mine. Okay, and your turn. Nice spin. Who's happy? Are you happy? That's awesome. Wow, okay. Whose daughter is this? Oh, you are claiming her. Okay, I was just checking. Hey, what'd you land on? Hey, guess what? You get half the pot. That's your mom and dad. Where do you live? Do you live in Florida?
Yes.
Where do you live in Florida? In Gainesville. Oh my gosh, you let her talk. I can't believe it, you little pumpkin. Okay, who did you spin? Did you spin that? You landed on Gimel. That means everybody has to give her one. Oh my goodness. There you go. Yep. Okay, and then your spin. Okay, here we go. Wow, crazy spin. Nice. Wow. And Gimel, everybody has to give him one. Woohoo! Thank you. Yeah, don't hand him in the head, okay? Okay, Aviv, go ahead and spin your dreidel. Wonderful. She's very, your sister's very happy for you, Aviv. Gimel, everybody has to give her one. Her one yours. Just slide it on down. There you go. Yeah, it's like air hockey. Okay. All right, Sivan, go ahead. Yeah? Cookie! Gimel, everybody has to give her one. A lot of sharing going on today. Your spin. Nice. Sweet. How old are you?
3 is half, but almost 4.
Almost 4. When's your birthday? Okay, you get to have the
Yeah,
prize.
my birthday is in February.
Oh my gosh, you're 3 3/4. You're almost 4.
Yeah.
And how old are you?